Hi everyone. Welcome back. I hope y'all are doing great. I am doing okay. I don't know if you can hear me or not, so I'll just kind of wait a little. I'll wait a while. Then we can chit chat and talk. We're going to be doing some cards, so hopefully if you can hear me, let me know. I made a video yesterday and the sound was abnormally lower than one would like it. And that's never good to have a low sounding video. But we're going to just hang out for a second and wait until someone comes in so they can let me know if they can hear. I start to get antsy though, so we might just go ahead and just go with myself. Wanted to try some specific card making things. But then as I thought about it, I was like, I don't really want to try that. So yeah. I changed my mind overall about it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have a random amount of birthday stuff. I just want to make some simple, fun, fast, easy cards, along with maybe beginning on a book. I have this paper kit. It's called Creative Agenda, and I thought that would be really nice to work on. Excuse the glare. To work on this, I thought it would be cool to make. And it has all these fun little stickers and stuff in there. So I thought that'd be fun to try. But for now, we're going to go ahead and just work with what we have. And I like these words. These words are really cool. It says, stay fabulous, you are loved. Good vibes only, be beautiful. You're my favorite. Make today amazing. Think happy thoughts. And I thought maybe we could try and put these as sentiments on the inside of cards, but we shall see. And I do think we're going to go ahead and just start with the basic, a simple little thing. If you have a lot of stickers, you probably have picked that up from the Dollar Tree, or the $1.25 tree. I'm just opening this up. And here we are. This is Birthday Wishes from Pebbles, and it has 12 sheets. And I think we can, is it really 12 sheets? I don't think it's 12 sheets. I feel like it's been deceptive to us. Yeah, that's not fair. Not fair at all, because I don't think it's 12 sheets. Let's see. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah, it's 12. It's just double sided. And I thought they were saying double sided. I should have read it more carefully before. I was like, oh, that's not fair. But okay, I'm just going to move on from that situation as well. And what we're going to do is just put the light papers together. I do like the candles a little bit better. I don't plan on stamping anything out or die cutting anything out. So, wish me luck. We got this going on here. We got this going on here. And then we have this. All right. So, I think we can get away with this one and this together. And we do have some larger stickers. These things right here. So this will be cool. As well as these. We're going to try to use at least a set of stickers today. And I like these. These are a little bit more colorful. And we're going to make some 1 1/4 by 5 1/2 size. Now this paper is a little bit thin, so it may rip a little. And so we need to be careful of that. So we're going to make, actually I think I'm going to make these 4 inches. So we're going to mat it. Give it a little bit of a weight. So 4 inches. You see it's doing that jagged stuff, which is not good. So I just need to get my scissors and trim it up. Here we go. You're probably like, why you got those big scissors? Because I can't see my little scissors. I had set everything up. Not really. I put a lot of stuff, and I was going to do another form of card making, but something told me not to. Maybe we'll try that another day. Okay. And so we're going to be able to get 2 cards out of this one. So instead of going 5.5, we're going to go 5 1/4. Let me see if I can't try and clean this tray out a little bit. Because I don't think my cutting blade is the issue. I think it's just the tray, and it just pulls the trash together, and then it's just icky. All right, so here we go. Give me 1 second, please. All right, so here we are. I'm not sure what is going on with me. The video was supposed to be public, but it said private, so I don't know. I've been streaming and talking to myself, and I was like, this is interesting. Good morning, Heather. I was like, something's off. It said somehow I had selected private, even though I selected public. But nonetheless, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're doing well. We are making some fun, simple little birthday, well, not little, but birthday cards. And you didn't miss anything because I didn't say much. I was just like, okay, this is interesting. Very interesting. So we're going to make some birthday cards. I was going to make some not landscape cards, but layer cards, where you can like cut snow and things like that. But I decided not to. I just was like, I don't want to do that. So this paper is so thin. It says medium weight. It's not. This is probably, if anything, a little bit higher weight than copy paper, but it's really weak. Good morning, Nix. Hope you're doing well. I had an okay weekend. We were supposed to do the little roommates hunt on Sunday, but we did it yesterday instead, which was fine. So it was pretty fun. It was okay. We didn't do much over the weekend. So I'm gonna do blue, and this should not fray. And so now we're gonna make this the exercise 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So yesterday, I only did 6 eggs, and my son colored them up with like crayons or whatever. 6 eggs, and good morning, Deb. Hope you're doing well today. We had 6 eggs. Someone gave us some confetti eggs, And it's 18 of those, but we only put 3 out because I didn't feel like messing with all of the confetti. And then we had, I want to say 6 to 12 plastic eggs with stuff in there. And so the big roommate went and hid them. My son found all of them except for one real egg. And I was like, this is just great. So we'll find it at some point, I guess. Uh, I don't know. So we are making A2 size cards. Yeah, that looks nice. I need some better scissors, apparently. Here we go. So I want to show y'all something that I've been working on real quick. You know, I like books. Someone asked me I was commissioned to make a book. I've been working on that, and I'm almost done with everything except for putting everything together. So I want to share with you just some of the stuff that I have done. I'm not completely sold on how it's going to come together yet. But you remember that black book that I made for last month's Use Up the Stash Die by Poise Spice. So this book, the person saw this book and was inspired, or I inspired her to want to get a book made for an event that's coming up. And it's a wedding. The problem with that statement is that I don't have any wedding stuff, so I went out and bought a few things just so I could make it. But I want it to be simple and elegant and not like, I want it to be a basic album, nice and pretty, but not too crazy, right? So this weekend I was racking my mind, racking my brains over this process because whenever you make something, you don't want it to look like garbage, right? So I just want to go over a few things with y'all before we work on the card. So I think my creative mojo is like a little bit off right now. So let's look at the book first, and then I'll tell you like where I think I want to put certain things, etc., etc. So this is the book. So it's a black base, and what I want to do on the sides, I want to put some lace, maybe right here, or maybe I don't know, something simple. We do or I do, I don't know. And then so the inside of it, it has this lacing, this die cut that I cut out, and it's going to have this. It's going to have 2 of these that go right here. One for the bride and one for the groom. If if that's the thing. Good morning, Samara. If they want to put that, and then I was thinking that I could make a frame, I made some picture frames from these dies. These are, who are these? Crafter's Companion. And then I just used some Prima acrylics. It's called Sparks acrylic paint. And I got this a while back. I'm into kind of doing this, but I don't do it that often. I'm into it a little bit. Let me know if y'all can hear me, because I don't know why the sound is messed up. The video I made yesterday was super low. I normally go back and check, and I was like, no, I'm good, and then I didn't, and it was crap. So, yeah, I don't really care for that. So I took some black paper and I just rubbed gold all over it. And I want it to be like an antique kind of finishing, so you can see how the black is still shining through or whatever. And so I made 2 real frames, excuse that glare. And so what they can do is they can go from the side. This is too big of a sheet of paper, of course it is. And slide a picture in here to fit. And then I was thinking maybe I'll put something here, but I was like, no, that may not be. Okay, thank you, Deb. That may be too, I don't want to decorate the book. I want the person that's going to give the book to do something other than what I do in the book, because it's their present or whatever. So, yeah. So anyway, so I made 2 frames and I left them all open from the right side, even though I think right-handed people probably go from the left side. I don't know. Or you can slide down from the top. I thought it'd be better to slide the picture in from the right side since it's a longer width. Let's just pretend like we know what's going on over here today. Here we go. So, you know, put the picture in one of these. So what I plan on doing is just making this, not this particular spot, but I think I will just put this Truly Madly Deeply. I'm going to cut this black off and I'm going to double matte it in a black, a darker matte, and then a gold, this gold matte, I think. I'm not sure yet. So then you turn the page, and you know, I'm into scripty stuff, so I think on the scripty pages is probably where, or this damask is where I'll put these frames right here on the damask sides. And then I have these, I love this one. I'm gonna keep it because it doesn't fit the book. It's too long and I don't want to have to manipulate it, and it's too short to go on the length side. So I do have these frames that I made. And so I made this one and this one. And so I'm not sure if you guys use pictures or not, little tiny pictures, but this could be cute, you know, just to get a little small picture and put it, you know, like his and hers or something like that. What I don't want to do, which I think I'm going to end up doing, but I really don't want to do, is put a lot of writing words in there. I don't want to use any words. I want to leave the words for them to write. So I want to just put some basic things in, not a lot. But I made these, excuse the glare. And of these, I don't know who this is. I don't know what dye company this is. I can't remember. I think it's Spellbinders. It's a Spellbinder dye, yeah. And so if you know, if you really want to get savvy, which I'm not trying to be savvy with this at all. It has this little gold thing around it, and you know, you never know, I might get a little bit extra and do this. And so what will happen is I can put this down in here like that and just glue it down, and the person can all right, Deb, the person can put a picture on here if they so choose to. I just thought it'd be really nice. And then I did cut out the center pieces. So you know how Spellbinders dies are. They're a little bit on the weird side on how they work. So if you want this, you need to use 2 dies to get this output. But when you use the 2 dies, it always has this little sliver that will come out of it. So if I were to go up a ring, so if I was to go up this ring, I would get a solid outline where I could put the solid outline behind this and just glue them all down so they don't look so crazy being together. And so, you know, that was my concern, that I was like, okay, I don't know what now. But that is the project that I worked on this weekend. I sat here, I want to say Saturday, and worked on this project the entire day. So my back was, I was aching from working on this project. But so far, this is all I have. Because I was going back and forth on what to do. And then you all know I really don't care for die cutting. And this is one of the reasons why I don't care for it. Because it can be very, it's time consuming. And so, you know, I will do a scanning cut and run it through. So I have this, and this is a Love Nicole die. It's a bride and groom standing in the archway. So this will go on the front of it. So I asked someone else, and they was like, I think it looks better just with the black. So what I did with this one is I cut it out twice, and I did the same gold technique behind, and I just glued them on top of each other. And so I wanted to put this image here. The bride and groom have decided to elope because I can't find them in my die cut, so I have to re-die cut them out. Oh, here they go. They changed their mind. They said they'll wait for the ceremony. Like that. It's a lot of die cutting. A lot of die cutting. So this will be like this. And then at the bottom, I'm going to roll some flowers like that and put that at the bottom. And I wanted to put, I have some butterflies, but I want to cut them out on cream color paper and just kind of put them up there. But I don't think I have a small enough butterfly for that. So I want to put this here. I guess I could put a word that says amore or something like that, or maybe amore here. I have to see if I have that in a die cut. So this is how the front will look, like that. And then this is the inside, and then the rest of that. So that's what I've been working on. I've been racking my brain on it because I want it to be nice. To want it to be presentable, not just nice but presentable. So that's one of the many things I have floating in my brain right now. And then what I wanted to do today, I changed my mind because I want to make a scene card. And I've made scene cards before where you just take some ground, like a white sheet of paper or whatever color sheet of paper, and you ink it up and you do a few layers. But I wanted to use a embossing folder as the background and then ink up the embossing folder and die cut some creatures out and go from there. But I didn't feel like embossing all of those cards yet, so maybe we'll do that on Friday. I'm not sure. I have been contemplating, like, do we want to do simple fun sessions of crafting, or do we want to do like heavy duty intense sessions? Because we made that junk journal. That took us a little bit to do. But today we're making fun basic cards. I had these sitting around. I was like, it's time to use them. So I pulled out this color. And this is when the camera was not even showing because it was on private. I'm like, who, why, how? And we're using A2 size cards. You can pick these up. A basic card. If you have some cardstock, you can do it yourself. I just thought it would be quicker and fast to just use the prefabricated ones. I have decided not to buy any more of these white ones from the Dollar General. Not because I don't like them. I actually really, really like them. I mean, if you can judge how many cards you can make by one pack, and they're only $1 and it's 10. So if you don't have a Hobby Lobby near you, but you have a Dollar General near you, you can go to Dollar General and get your card making on. And that's why I don't want to go to the Dollar General anymore. They don't have them, for one. They may be back in stock, but a lot of the things are no longer in stock. And I was like, okay, I have enough cards. And then, worst case scenario, you can always go to Hobby Lobby. And currently, I'm not sure how long it's going to be. I think they have 50 for $10. And if you wait until they go on sale, you can buy them. But this is a very good, decent card. And it's usually not off so much as some of the more professional cards are. Yeah. If you go to well, some Dollar Generals don't have a crafting section and some do, but they're right like where the modeling clay and stuff is. You can grab some. So what I want to do is I want to put a cake on here. But I don't know. I thought I had a cake. I don't. That's okay. Y'all have a lot of stickers. I have a lot of stickers. A lot of stickers. And I've been trying to use them up. So now see, the one thing about the Dollar Tree banners is that they don't fold. Whereas this sticker, it sways, because when you're hanging up banners, they kind of sway in the middle. This one doesn't, so you have to be mindful of that. And I don't know why I set that down first. All right, I am using some layering, even though it's better to work on flat mail versus not flat mail because things are more expensive now. So we're gonna just use some glue. wet glue, and not too much because it still will bow. Yes, that is my concern. I will say this in a heartbeat. I'm not buying any more stickers. Oh, those are cute. Let me get 2 sets, 3 sets, 5 sets. Oh, let me just get all of them. I had went to, where did I go? Walmart last week. Walmart. They had some ladybugs, and Walmart stickers went up to $1.07. It used to be 99 cents or 98 cents or whatever, but they went up to $1.07. And I the ladybugs, I was like, that's really cute. I saw a project that I want to work on. Um, I have a stamp that has ladybugs on it. And I was like, this would be really cute. I can put these little stickers on the inside, or we can make a book and it can be black and red, et cetera, right? They were $1.07. I was like, welcome back, Deb. I was like, these are 98 cents. And she said they were. I was like, yes, ma'am. So I got them for 98 cents. The thing that I don't care for Walmart right now, it's always going to be something that kind of rubs us people, consumers, in the wrong way. But they have, they went up on their prices, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Inflation, right? I'm waiting on them to say, hey, here's your increased amount of money for cost of living or whatever. It still hasn't happened yet, but they took out their price checkers. I'm going to go ahead and make these two at one time. They took out their price checkers, and so you can't. Yeah, it's probably better than you think it is. You just got to go and explore it. They took out their price checkers, and they want you to use your cell phone. So they want you to download an app, the Walmart app, and check it out. I don't have a problem with doing that because I usually need the Walmart app when I order food or, make a food supply purchase and go pick it up at the height or in the middle of 2020 when, we couldn't do a bunch of stuff. That's way too much glue. Way too much glue. Um, I'm gonna pay for that too. Watch. Um, you know, Wonder Dreamer 555 gave me a card making ruler, like for matting and layering and making sure your papers are even. She gave it to me when I didn't know what it was until like a couple of months later, and now I don't know where it's at. I think it's in the garage. My goal is to get my garage not completely empty, but way more organized. Get some shelves and shelve everything up and have stuff seasonally separated. Um, because sometimes my cards are off. Which craft is straight. It's okay. It's okay. No big deal. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Shoot, I forgot. I really forgot. Walmart. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They have you doing, the price check on your cell phone, on your device, whatever device you're using at the time. Come on, Glue. What is going on? And so, yeah, mine are crafted straight for sure. Um, the prices don't match. The prices do not match what the store has. And I'm like, are you going to honor it? But lately, when I was like, the price tag says this, the lady, usually it's the lady at the register, because I'm not self checking out. They don't give me a discount, and I don't get any type of money back for self checkout, so I don't do it. But if you do self checkout, I mean, that's, you definitely your choice. You spend your money how you want to spend your money. I'm not going to shop and then you charge me to self checkout. No. So I don't do it. The big roommate laughs at me. He's like, "You're not gonna do that, huh?" I'm like, "No, I don't work here, and I don't self checkout at anywhere except for Five and Below because they don't have any other registers open. So I don't normally go and shop at the Five and Below. That makes you do self checkout. Um, I know a lot of people like it. It's very convenient, etc., etc., etc. I was really excited about it when it first came out in like the early 2000s or maybe the mid 2000s, but I do not want to work anyone out of a job and they're not giving you a discount. They don't give you any type of incentive to do self-checkout besides you can get out of the lines quicker. I don't care. I have stood in line with 3 items and I may be one of those people. You're like, oh, she's one of those people. And I probably am one of those people. But you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay with that. If it can keep some people employed, that's fine. I had went to Walmart a couple of months ago and I used to carry more cash than I do now. And their system went down. So they didn't have any electronic stuff. They had to do all the cashiers had to get on the registers. And one of the ladies was upset. She was like, "Do you have cash?" I was, "Oh yeah, I carry cash. I have enough. I had enough of that because I had just went to the bank. I'm gonna put some glue on this thing because it's not sticking." And she was like, "Okay." It's like she was like, "The system went down." She's like, "This is the second day it's done that." And I was like, "Ooh, that's not good." So I have a question for you all, and I want you to be completely honest with me, right? Like say, so whatever your favorite craft item is, I'm partial to butterflies. I like them a lot. So I have a few butterfly stamp sets from various companies. See, I think this might look better like that. Oh, I wanted to do it like this, but it won't look right like this. So we'll just, yeah. And then I had her to glue it down. What was I thinking? We'll fix it. Do you have multiple? Yeah, I don't do self checkout. I feel like no, I'm just not gonna do it unless I really, 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 really have to. In some stores, they don't have cashiers after certain hours. So, but if I work the late shift, which I have in the past, been employed where I work nights and I got off at 11 o'clock, and if I go to the store at 11:30, I don't want to have to self check myself out because I've been working all day. We're gonna put something right there to cover that up. All right. I need a cake. Maybe I can do balloons. This is clearly not a well thought out card. Clearly. You know what? I'm okay with that though. Not all plans are always thought out. Yeah, I only if there's no cashiers available. And then I'm like, where are the cashiers? Because usually I'm going right after my son is dropped off to school. So I'm not in the mood for nonsense. I have to deal with nonsense getting that little guy ready in the morning time. I'm going to just use some little squigglies. Ah, all right, so that's a quick, easy little card to use and make and do. I have noticed that a lot of the craft stores have decreased their prices on a lot of stuff. I'm not sure if you've all noticed that, but a lot of things have decreased in price because I think they're not offering coupons and stuff like that, so they're dropping the prices so it can look more competitive with the people that do still offer coupons. I'm just looking for something to go in that spot. Like this would have been a nice squiggly, but I think we're gonna go with this little yellow heart. I mean star. And now we'll never know that I made a boo-boo right there. All right, let's try to make a better birthday card though. All right, we're gonna use the same thing, but we're gonna try to just do a little bit better. All right, so here we go. We're gonna put. We have to put happy birthday. We don't have to, but I mean, that's the point of this, to use some of these stickers up. So we can do celebrate. Whenever I hear celebrate, I always think of Celebrate the Fabrics in Your Life, that commercial. Don't ask me why. That's just where my brain always goes to for some strange reason. Oh yeah, thank you. Some of these stickers I've had a long time. And then they have this reuse store, this creative reuse store, you know, D-stashes, things like that, that I don't have. And then I have to go through some of them because some of the stickers I don't even like at all. Happy birthday. But thank you. I I think the best way to get rid of stickers is to put them in books. Not your regular books, but you know, like little albums and things like that, because they just add to the project, in my opinion. And I want to do an album today. I have this paper kit. It's called Creative Agenda. I thought it looked really good for I'm not Christmas, birthday cards, but then I looked at it, I was like, oh, this would be nice for an album to make. So I want to make two of those. And then I thought maybe, because we did have a good time with junk journals, maybe we could make another junk journal if y'all want, or start on one, you know, with a different theme. All right, so we're gonna use this balloon. I know I said balloon, but we're gonna use this little party hat first. Because you know, we don't have a lot of masculine cards. We tend to make pretty things. I think it's pleasing to the eye. But I want to try to make something that was a little bit more, hey guy, have a great day. I am failing miserably, but I'm okay with that. I'm not deterred. I think this cupcake looks yummy. Maybe this, yeah, maybe this. No, that's too much. This is when a stamp would come in handy. I have a birthday cake stamp, but I'm not pulling that thing out at all. Oh, nuts. I didn't know these were invites. Where, when. I did not know that. That is not the goal. I guess we could put. Ah, yeah. That is not good. Let's see. I should have put that little party hat down first, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not going to uh, be deterred. Make a wish. I said a better card. I feel like the first one is a little bit better. You know what? I think the worst thing that could ever have happened to first time crafters is watching haul videos and Tuesday morning back in the day when it was just a delicious place to spend all of your money at. I want to put this here. This is gonna work. Yeah. Yeah. So in my opinion, the problem, so we got two cards so far, and I'm okay with both of them. They don't have to always be super pretty or super professional. You know, if you get this to a little kid, he or she will go crazy over it. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, you off-centered this is not enough of that," blah blah blah. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you got me a card, thank you so much." Blah 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 blah. At least my son would be like that. He's a little chatty Cathy. Got in trouble on Friday at school for talking, and I was talking to the little girl's mom, their friends. So I was like, you know, they have to make their decisions on what they think is right or wrong and deal with the consequences of talking. I was like, well, why would she send a naughty letter basically on Easter? Like, I don't know if the teachers think that the parents don't follow up with their kids when they get in trouble or do something bad, but a lot of the parents have things set up for their kids. If they do bad, you can't do certain things, etc., etc. Like, if my son does bad, he doesn't get to play video games, or he may lose other privileges. So even though, I understand that he got in trouble, he did bad, I just feel like that's just weird to get the child in trouble. So we're making our paper 4 inches by 5.5, 5 1/4, our layering piece. Just hear that paper tearing. I'm probably going against the grain, and that's why it's like that. And then 5 1/4. You know what I should have done? Dang it. I have my guillotine out, and I want to try and use that more so I can get more familiar with how to use it and be better at that. And here I am slicing paper when I could be chopping, chomp, chomp. Let me find it first. Did I put it up? No. My craft space downstairs is a big. I need to get it together. I really need to get it together. I need to hire a craft fairy to come and tell me to get it together, and then they get it together for me, and then I attempt to try and keep it together. Because I can't find that thing at all. Oh well, here we go, back to this thing. Oh, let's see. Oh, I already put this down, huh? Oh, I'll do that on the next one. I'll do it on the next one. I found it. I found it. I found it. I'm so excited. Ah, yay. I think so. Let's just say if you spent as much time shopping as you did crafting, would you use more craft supplies up or no? 5 1/4. I hope that's 5 1/4. Yeah, because my issue is I think I just have maybe 2 or 3 too many hobbies. Like I crochet, a paper craft, I have fabric, I have jewelry making stuff. And some of the stuff I don't want to get rid of because I enjoy crocheting. And crocheting is a bulky craft. And so is sewing when you think about it. You have a lot of paper. I mean fabric. Because I promise you all, I never thought I would make YouTube videos 10 years ago, right? I never thought I would be where I am currently. I knew I was going to be in this house 10 years ago today. Um, but I just thought my life would be a lot different. I had grand plans. Well, between me and you, Deb, and everyone else that's listening, I feel like, and this is just my opinion, so if you don't agree, you can tell me you're crazy. You can tell me that I'm losing it. I think it's healthy to go to the store. Now, I'm not saying I think it's healthy to go and spend money on stuff you may not need, but personally, I don't think it's healthy to just stay home and say I'm not going to spend any money. I'm not going to do this ever again, especially for people that are into hobbies. I've watched so many people do humongous destashes, and they've said things like, I'm not crafting anymore. I'm going to do this from now on. I'm going to go out and blah, 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 blah. And they always come back because crafting, in my opinion, gives you a good release. Hi, Annie. Love your tassels. Your video was the only one I got a chance to watch yesterday because I was at the laundry mat doing laundry. A closet hoarder, yeah. I, I I I think because hoarding has such a bad association with it. But from what you say, you super neat. Like you put all your stuff up. You don't, have a lot of crap everywhere. I think that's if I could get to that point, I would be excited. I enjoy going shopping though. I don't have to buy anything. I just enjoy going and looking. Like I went to Hobby Lobby. Was it last week? I don't remember. And I didn't buy anything out of there that I was looking for. But this week today I'm going to put on some clothes because right now I have on my craft uniform, pajamas. And I'm going to Joann Fabric and I plan on spending some money. Yeah, I think that, I don't know, I think it's okay to go and look and not buy because I get inspiration from that because sometimes when I'm looking online for stuff, it's not my search word functions apparently are not the appropriate search word functions because it's always something wrong. But today I'm going to take myself out to lunch. I'm going to go get me some turkey burger and fries, and I'm going to get me a Big Red. That's a cream, like a cream flavored soda, red, not strawberry, it's just a red flavor. Don't really have a strawberry flavor taste to it. And then I'm going to go Joann Fabric. I'm going to hang out at the store a little bit and look around. I do want to purchase something from there, so we'll see. And and then go. Yeah, so I think it's healthy to get out and go and look, and you don't have to buy. I do think that is healthy. But I don't know. Deb, do you have what brand is your webcam? And did you download the software for it? I just want to be able to use all of the stuff and not. I think my part is I feel overwhelmed sometimes. Like I was looking for some yellow beads last week, and I pulled out all these other beautiful beads that I haven't played with. And I think sometimes for me, I want to get rid of the paper crafting more than anything else. But I like the stamping part of it, the stamping and coloring part of paper crafting. Like this part, I don't really, it's not my favorite part. I would much rather stamp some images and color them up and put them in a book or something. Yeah. So I got mine from GameStop. I had looked it up online. This is the going camera for streamers, right? See, this glue is going to upset me. Yeah, I have a Logitech also. You can go to the Logitech website. Words mean nothing to me. You can go to the Logitech website and download the thing. So I think what happens is my computer does not have real speakers. And so I had my headset inside with my camera plugged in as well. And I think the computer had a brain fart and couldn't remember what volume to use. Um, so yeah. And plus, I didn't go back and listen to the video. I was like, oh, this is good enough, blah, blah. Because even though I had the stuff made way ahead of time, I didn't make the video like I should have. And that's where all my fault is. So when you posted that message, I was like, dang it. Heaven to Betsy's. All right. Yeah, I have a 922, I think it is. C922. I had got another one and it was doing very well, but you know, when you follow the blogs and you read all this information, it always tell you that you're inadequate and you need another one. And then Black Friday came around, I think, and it was on sale, so that's why I really got it because it was really, really cheap compared to how much it costs normally. Because this webcam versus the other one, you're able to do a little bit more settings and things like that. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't mess with a whole bunch of editing software and computer software for YouTube like a lot of people do. Like some people use OBS and all that stuff. I'm just now learning how to do that. All right. Yeah. I'm excited for this year, right? Because I feel like if we blink too much, it'll be 2025. It's going by so fast. Yeah, so I think going to your settings on your computer and fix it. If you want later on or whenever you have free time after I come from Joann today, you can, it's a thing on the side, like if you open up your camera settings, it's a thing on the side that has that little gear on there and you can go in there and adjust it and change the flickering. I think mine is trying to white balance. So if you download those settings, you should be able to do that. That thing, I think it's called L Hub. I installed it and then removed it because I was like, nope, we're going to work on these default settings first, the default. All right, so now we've made 2.5 cards. Card bases are done. No idea what we put on this thing though. Let's go. Let's do it. We're gonna put is this the one I peeled up? No, it's this one. We're gonna do celebrate. You know the one card that I can't seem to do is when you cut it in half and make the pieces all like that. Yeah, Logitech has always been like my go-to product for like my headphones and stuff like that because they're, in my opinion, they're really good and not too expensive. Look, we used a whole sheet. Yay. Well, almost a whole sheet. Basic, simple, fun cards. Not too stressful for most people. Stressful for me. I need a cake. You know the one thing I don't care for stickers is when they lose their stick. Yeah. Maybe Annie can help you then. I don't think I have that one. Mine is the 922. I'm going to use some more of these little. Look, I'm volunteering people services. I apologize. That was not the intent. I'm going to do 3 because, you know, Deb's here. And she'll get me. I'm joking. She might get me. I don't like this one. Okay. Let's do this other one real quick. So we use one sheet. This was you know, because I always put you always say put 3, it looks better. It's the odd numbers. I'm like, no, I like even. But everybody I know, all the smart people say the same thing. Something about the eye. Now, see, if I was a really good crafter, I probably could use this for something, but, oh, I got an idea. I probably won't use it, though. Yeah. What is everyone's plans for the week? I have no real plans besides smiling and being happy. That's the goal, at least. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Not going to work. See what I've done now? I'm stuck. I'm stuck it. I'll be all right. I'm going thrifting too. I'm just gonna ignore the big roommate. I may ask him if he want to go out to eat with me, but he takes forever to get ready, so I don't know. I want to go thrifting too tomorrow. See, this will be. It's a good sticker because it's about to rip my paper. Can't have that. So when is your live depth? Thursday? Okay, because I logged on. I don't get notifications at all. But I logged on and I saw that you were live and I clicked on it and you weren't live. I'm like, what's going on? But I'm sure you had already went live and my computer hadn't caught up yet. I'm assuming that's what happened. Come on. This dang star. The person putting the star is really the issue, not the star. It looks crooked. Yeah, I saw that you were live. I was like, Deb's live because I've been missing her. And then I go. I'm like, what happened? But that's been happening a lot lately. I may have to I know what the problem is. We're going to put this sticker here, okay? Because it's green, and the green is throwing me off. Well, let me see. And all I have is green stickers. Green. Let's do a yellow. They call me Mellow Yellow. All right, so we've gotten 4 cards thus far. So we have 6 more cards to make from that one little card pack. But I think overall, even though they're a little bit kind of crazy, that's okay. I'm not judging. You know what, Annie? Oh, you speak nothing but truth. Nothing but truth. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can't get this one cut properly. So we want to do, let's do 5 1/4. I am going to tell you all, I am looking for a new guillotine. Most people that work with money, they don't really want to deal with it on their own. I have a friend who's an accountant also, and this is totally random, but she doesn't like Sudoku. I'm like, how do you not like Sudoku? You're a bean counter. She's like, I may be a bean counter, but I don't like that game, and this is off. What did I just do? I cut it too short. So we're only gonna make 5 cards then. That's okay. I love Sudoku, but I'm not a bean counter. How did I make that too short? I could just fix it, couldn't I? Yeah, I like Sudoku a lot. I'm not fast at racing people though. I suck at that, but that thing's gonna be off because I want to be extra and shave some. Okay, so how long is this? We're gonna make this work. This is 4. Oh, come on. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I blame not paying attention. It's only off a small amount. What in the world? You know what? No, I'm not. That's a bit much. That's a bit excessive, and we don't need the excessivity here. We only want positivity, not excessivity. Excessivity. And I think we're done with that because, yeah, let's just put this to the side. And this is how I have messes. See, I figured you wouldn't. I don't know why. It's so fun. All right. I mean, I can understand why, but I didn't like it for at first when I first started it because I couldn't understand why you want to count to 9 so many times. But afterwards, I was like, oh, this makes sense now. Okay, I get it. Yes, yes. Okay, got it. Yes. All right, so now we're just gonna switch over real quick from birthday cards. So we made 4 cards. I still have 6 left to do. I'll do that at some point this week, I guess. Show you maybe on Friday. I just, you know how sometimes you can be overwhelmed and you don't mind crafting, but you don't want to take on a heavy project. That's where I am currently. So I thought this would be fun to do as well. And plus, I've been trying to get rid of some of my craft supplies by using them versus getting rid of them for real. And so I hate when they do this. See this page? And then they do all this. I don't like that. I'm just going to tell y'all that now. I don't care for when they do that. It is some very thick paper, so we're good to go on that. And I think we're going to go ahead and use our paper trimmer because it's going to work out for us. I also don't like when they put that last little strip at the bottom. Yeah, I never really cared for Sudoku until um, I actually sat down and gave it like a real hard try. And I was like, oh, this isn't bad. And the person that told me about it was like, I told you it wasn't bad. But of course, you got to experience those kinds of things on your own. So yeah, I'm looking for a guillotine, an American one. I had another one from Crafter's Companion, but I didn't like the numbers. They didn't have the inches at the top, so I was looking at centimeters, I believe, and it was a struggle. Yeah, I did my taxes already because I don't have a business of any sort that requires me to account for certain things. But I recently wanted to get a tax ID, a tax exemption. Um, and I went to do it online, and I was like, what is this language you speak? Because it was not very clear to me. So I'll give it another try. And it was like 12 o'clock in the morning. I was trying to do it. I was like, this is not a good time to think. After 10, I think the brain shuts down. It's like, listen, it's time for bed. If you keep on messing with me, you're going to find out what's really going on. And so I was like, yeah, you're right. I had been up really early that day, too. I got up at like 4 o'clock that morning. Don't ask me why I just got up that early. And I did a lot of stuff. I was fairly productive, not as productive as I need to be. And that brings me up to another story. You know, I don't do planner stuff, but I am going to create a words. What are they? Because I can't remember them. Um, a goal, like a goal thing, and I want to make a little planner situation with that. Not a planner, but a goal thingy. Because you know how sometimes I think that as a creator, content creator, and then if you're a crafter, you're like, I want to do these. Well, this is me. I'm overzealous. Sometimes I want to get 15 things completed next amount of days or time, and it's not always a realistic thought. And so I feel like if I actually set a goal, long and short term goals, write them down, and not just think about them, I'll have some. I'll have to hold myself a little bit more accountable versus not being accountable. Also, I want to tell you that we'll probably be doing some bee stuff coming up. I have gotten a hexagon punch, and I want to try doing some bee stuff. I was saying it on Friday that I hope you didn't mind like repeat craft projects. So if I use that die again, the bee die, it won't be the same card, of course, but I went out and I got some really pretty. I have in the past. I still have it. I didn't go out and buy it recently. This cute little bee paper, and I thought it'd be really cute, maybe to make a book that says like "Welcome to the Hive" or something like that. I really want. I think for me, using up a lot of my projects, paper, these paper projects, the books definitely will help with that. This book we're going to make today, I'm not sure if we're going to finish it. I haven't made a flip book in a long, long time, which is very interesting that I haven't made one. I don't know if you need a business license on Etsy, but if you plan to get an Etsy shop and you want to go and buy things in bulk, or if you go to wholesale, some wholesale companies require you to have a tax ID number because, from my understanding, Etsy charges tax. So, yeah, exactly what Deb just wrote is what I was going to say, but she wrote it very eloquent versus me stumbling over these things called words today. Yep. So that's what I need to figure out how to do, and it's slightly confusing for me. Um, it's so funny because I do have a business degree, and it's confusing for me. Also, you guys remember when I told you I was going to go back to college and get a degree in 2020, and my aunt was sick, and life was just not great because of the pandemic and all that stuff. Well, I think it's time for us to get back on more proactive thoughts, more betterment thoughts. No, I'm not going through a midlife crisis. I'm not about to start doing something really strange or anything like that, but I think it will be beneficial for me um, to do. So I've been thinking about it. The school has been calling me a lot because when you apply for the school and you don't go to school, I took a class, and sometimes the classes um, don't count. And we do not want that to happen. We want all of that time I spent doing that research to count. But I think the one thing, and we're friends, the one thing that holds me back on a lot of things that I don't do is fear of failure. Because let's face it, who's like, yeah, I want to fail? No one. No one says, yep, sign me up for the big failure situation. Oh, I need 10. That's four. One, two, three, four. So I recently had not an issue, but an encounter that left a really bad taste in my mouth with someone that I know. And so um, I'm like, I could do better in this situation. And I think if you've ever been a person, not my things now, a person that has been very competitive. I'm not a very competitive person at all. I'm going to use this because it's real thick and sturdy to make our spine width real quick. So I'm going to cut this down to 7 inches. Um, if you are a competitive person, then this may be something that you tend to do, and I don't think it's a healthy thing to do, because I believe that in general, if you are doing something, you all know that I rarely talk about religion or whatever, but I believe that whatever God has made for you is yours. And you don't have to worry about someone doing something similar to you, something like yours or whatever, because whatever he's made for you is yours. I don't know why this dirt is here, but that's okay. We're going to cover it up. So I have, which I'm finding out more and more and more and more, is a person that I know versus a friend or an acquaintance. That I believe that they feel like it's more of a competition. So whenever I make this, I always go 1 full inch and then 1/2 inch, because I like for the book, the cover to be what is that word, longer. But you really don't have to do that. You can just do 1/2 inch on all of them. And so that's what we're probably going to do today, because I'm going to do 1/2 inch all the way out, because we're making 2 books. We're going to knock out 2 books today, because I want to do a giveaway. I want to give one away. I still owe Marla her book. I still owe some tags out from last year. I'm such a horrible person when it comes to that. But I plan on getting everything mailed out before, not everything, but those things and some things that I owe to Samara by May 1st. Because I need y'all crap out my house, and it's taking up space. And it's starting to just drive me crazy, because I'm like, did I send this to this person already? And then I'll go in the craft space and I still have it. Um, yeah. So the my degree, I have a degree in business administration. So I'm double scoring on both sides. Uh, and from what I remember, you only need 12 of these, but we'll count them to make sure. And then we'll just cut where we need to cut once we get this. So we're going to have 5 pages. So we need 5 folds. Yeah, I got to get rid of that stuff. Nyx has exonerated me from having to mail her anything, so I'm good on that. But I just need it out of my house. I need it out of my house because I want to get more junk. All right. Oh Lord. Okay, so we got 1, and we're just gonna go ahead and crease this over really good. Right. So if you've never made a album before, I'm probably not the best person to give you any guidance on it. I just recently learned how to make these things, last year, year before last, and now they're like stuck on it. No, that's the part. Okay, so when I was a young person, right, I always wanted to do, um, my profession was medical, but I no longer do that anymore. And I don't want to do that because I don't like people enough to listen to them complain and cry about the doctor being late and not seeing them on time. The doctor's always late, all that stuff. I don't want to go through that. So I thought about IT, right? Or some type of coding thing. And then I even had harassed Samara about the coding thing before. And because I could do that at home, but I don't know if I want to do that either. When you go to the doctor and they give you a code, and that's how you get charged. I think it's there on 10, or it could be 11 now, but they used to be called ICD-9 codes, and now they're ICD-10 or ICD-11 codes. So I thought about doing that, but I was like, I really don't want to do that. I want to do, yeah, 10 or 11. Yeah, one of those two things. So I want to do something that we do now, like communication, technology. The problem is, I also want to be a school teacher, but my son and COVID let me know that I'm not that kind of person to deal with people's children. I'm not that person. And then I was like, well, I can do, did you know they had a degree for crafts? I thought about doing that as well, but then I was confused. So I've been talking to my counselor. Yeah, yeah. Well, of course. I mean, you have to know a lot of those things. So yeah, I didn't want to do that, right? And I just that's where I'm stuck at, Deb, to be quite honest. I don't know. I've been talking with the counselors about my YouTube channel. I plan on streaming on Twitch if you all have ever heard of that before. Video games. Um, one of my video games because I tell stories, when I make cards and stuff, and like my Odette. She close by. Yeah, this story I told about Odette over here. Right. So anyway, that's what I plan on doing on Twitch. Whenever I start doing it, whenever I get I'm afraid that I'm a fail bug out of my head. Uh, I plan on doing that. So right now I'm looking at not communication, some type of marketing and communication. And that would be great because then I can learn the tips and tricks. Like I have a question for you all. How do you feel when you see someone put their face on their videos? I find it weird, but that's just me. So we're gonna put this one up. We're gonna cut right here on this line, right here. And so if you want to do a 5-page, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 creases. I just find it weird to somebody to put like, look at my haul video, and they show the bags on their face and they're excited about spending money like that. I don't know. That's just me. People that play video games do the same thing. They have like these shock reactions to them dying 50. I died 50 times and I finally beat the boss. I'm like, really? That's what we're going with? Okay. Deb, that's not true. I just think it's weird. When I see people's with, when I see the faces, I don't go there. I'm like, I don't see your face. Just show me what you bought so I can see if I need to go to. Speaking of, Deb always says that. I'm like, ma'am, will you please stop? But, you know, all right, right here. So this is why the dye would be good. You know what, Annie? That is true. You know what I'll tell you though? I find that people that I just don't trust people enough. I feel like people are always looking at something else. Like if you've ever noticed, people will always ask you, not you in particular, but they'll say, "Oh, where'd you get that flower from that's in your background?" Like, why are you looking at this flower? So we don't have enough lines. That sucks. She's beautiful. She is. I don't know why she thinks that. So we got our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I uh Madam. You come from an era of ignorance, though. People were very mean back then. People say, I mean, people still ignorant now, don't get me wrong, but people say nasty stuff. Yeah, people are still mean. They still say ignorant, stupid things, hurtful things. They do hurtful things to people. You know, that saying hurt people hurt people. It's a very true statement. But I don't think that you're ugly. I think you're beautiful inside and out. I think you have a wonderful personality. You're funny, very smart, and I'm glad that you call me friend. So I don't care what other people say about you. That's my opinion. You don't have to take it. So I don't show my face because I don't want people seeing how I look. Because I don't want people to draw. I don't want people to come and say, "Oh, look at her. She's this or that," and then come to see me. I want you to see me for what I make. If I make something that you like, I want to be inspirational like that. I don't want you to be like, "Oh, look at her hair. Why is her hair like that?" You know, people complain about people's fingernails. Are you really there to wash your fingernails? If it's not a nail tutorial or a nail channel, you shouldn't have anything to say about that. And I think a lot of people say nasty stuff um, because the computer, they're hiding behind the internet, and you wouldn't. Some people wouldn't dare say the stuff they say on the computer to people in their face. So this is like you know, when if you've ever heard of the saying liquid courage, people can go and get drunk and say some ignorant things that they wouldn't say when they were sober. So you're hiding behind a computer and you think that they call it internet gangsters. Um, but you all probably know I don't play that mess. I've had people say nasty stuff to me on my YouTube channel, and then I went to their YouTube channel and they didn't have any videos at all. So yeah, I don't believe in that junk at all. People don't realize how much time and effort you put into creating videos, content. It's a lot of work that goes into it. Even if it's a crappy, low production thing, it's still effort that goes into it. It's still effort, you know. So, Deb, I don't think what you said is true. I'm glad you don't care. Um, that's good. And I'm glad that Annie thinks that she's beautiful. We all should find something about ourselves that we like and hold on to it, especially on those days that we don't feel our best. Because even pretty people have bad days. I'm so hungry. Excuse my stomach if you hear it growling. I don't think I ate this morning. I can't remember. I probably didn't. Yeah, I did eat this morning. But I'm having a turkey burger for lunch. Yeah. You know, I when I was a little girl, I got talked about a lot. Big forehead, raggedy clothes, um, a lot. And so I can understand that you can grow up thinking or feeling a certain kind of way. But, you know, those, I always say this, and people don't like when I say this, but nasty words that people tell you sometimes give you a lot of courage and strength to be better than they will be, right? Because a lot of people, like if you look at like a lot of the shows that when people were bullied, they're nerds and geeks and they turn out to be the CEO of a company that you're going to get a job interview from. And now you got to humble yourself and tell Bob you're sorry for being a dirtwad um, when you were 16. Like, I'm not sure if you ever seen that movie with Sandra Bullock. I think it's called Hope Floats. It's a very, excuse my stomach, a very, very good movie. She goes on a TV show. Spoiler alerts here, spoiler alerts, to get a quote unquote makeover, and her husband leaves her for her best friend. I mean, that's the story of everyone's infidelity right there, right? When the guy's doing something incorrect. Either he's leaving you for, excuse me one second. You know, they're leaving you for your girlfriend or for your boyfriend or whatever in these movies. And so she goes back home. I mean, the movie is beautiful. I love the movie. And the daughter doesn't realize that her dad's a jerkwad. He's a butthead or whatever. And Sandra Bullock has to find herself. I think it's Sandra Bullock or either the other one. No, it's not the other one. It's Sandra Bullock. She has to find herself again, and she goes to get a job at the photography place. The film development place, and no, she goes to get a job, and the person that's hiring her is this not a very beautiful woman. They Sandra Bullock definitely looks better than her, and the lady treats her like trash, and she's like, I really don't remember the past, but I'm assuming from how you treated me that I wasn't very nice to you, and I apologize, and I need a job. And the lady, like, she forgives her or whatever. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And that lady was in a position of authority over Sandra Bullock. And it just lets you know that, you can't run around and be jerks to people because it's not nice. Anyway, I'm off of my whole weirdo rant soapbox. I do apologize. We're going to be making a book. Hi, Marla. I was just talking about you, ma'am. I need to mail off your thing. I plan on getting it mailed out by the 1st of May. So I'm just going to indent that and cut it. The one thing that Marla does not do, she's not a true enabler. And she works at one of the most enabling places ever. She never shows up and says, guess what, guys? Never. I'm not sure if that's good or bad that she does it. I think it's good, but sometimes I'm like, give us the details. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my spine on now. Would y'all be up for another junk journal? Or are y'all junk journaled out? I'm gonna use Aleene's tacky glue. No, 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 ma'am. We don't. Well, I don't mind because I'm gonna go to the store anyway. But some people don't want that encouragement to spend their money. The one thing that I did not do this year, and I'm not even sure, I didn't go to all the Hobby Lobbies to check out the clearance stuff. I was like, I got enough. I don't need it. I think that's where I'm at now. I'm good on a lot of junk. But then I'll go and need X, Y, and Z. I don't know. But I guess I could go to Hobby Lobby because they probably have their Easter stuff on clearance. And some of the Easter stuff will be good for Mother's Day creations. So I'm just going to, even though I cut this down to be smaller, it is still longer. That's okay. So we're just going to burnish this in so that glue doesn't set in one spot. The one thing I never remember to bring unless I'm doing decoupage is napkins. Because she messy. She make a mess on her craft board. Oh, I've been streaming out. Like, is it time for us to get off? Not yet. We're going to go ahead and put these pages down. Did we finish the other book that we started? No, I don't think we did. But I think this will be these will be 2 fun books to make. Because who doesn't have an agenda, right? Like, who doesn't have things going on in their life and they're doing stuff? Moving, buying houses, having babies, cutting up paper. Ooh. You know what I want to do? I don't know if I should say this or not, but because I want to try it and I feel like it's going to happen. I've gotten some Pinterest confirmations, meaning they sent me more than one. I want to take, and I saw these jars that would be really cool to do. They've taken these, what is it called? Plaster Paris, and they stick the flowers in they stick the flowers in, and they glue they let the flowers dry in that white paste. It's like a white paste, plaster Paris. And then they stick them on a jar, and they make like a little 3-row situation, 3 jars with the flowers. I really want to try that, and I want to get some frame. I have a few frames that I had picked up from Hobby Lobby a long time ago that were empty. They just have the frame and no glass and stuff like that. And I want to make some of those. I think that'd be really cool. The problem is it's not a craft that I could craft with you all because it's messy, and some of that stuff has to be prefabricated before I could share it. So it'd be more of a project share, and it'd be a quick one because it's just a frame. But I enjoy those kinds of crafts. They're just messy, very messy projects. And I start to wig out when my fingers get too messy. All right, so we got one. Let me just confirm something real quick. Today, I knew that was gonna happen. Today we're gonna be using a little bit of ribbon, hopefully. Yeah, I this one lady on YouTube, I don't know her name. I was looking up something else for. Apologize for this white. Everything I got over here is bouncing back. The light. She had did some. She said she saw a frame like that at one of the stores. And it was like $500 or $600. It was very expensive. I don't follow her. I just typed in plaster Paris and she popped up. She does like home decor and stuff like that. I was like, I cannot take on another hobby because my mom had told me many years ago that I would. My aunt also. My aunt more so than my mom, but had told me I was like my grandmother. Because I always like to try things, experiment. Like, if you're over a certain age, like 50 or 60, then you can probably relate to this a little bit more versus if you're 20 or 30. Back in the day before they had all this fancy stuff, computers and stuff, they had newer products, which was like Dial and Tide and things like that had came out. And so my grandfather was in the army, and my grandmother would buy things to try out. And my mom would say, okay, my grandfather would be like, what's this for? Oh yeah. No, I would never do that. Now, what I have done in the past, and I realized this is inappropriate. I saw this on so and so, it was on sale. Is it on sale here? So I don't do that anymore either. Like if it's not on clearance, I don't harass the people in the store. The store that's closest to me is this one lady. She is so mean. I do not like dealing with her. I think she's a store manager, or I don't know how it works. She doesn't do the cash register. She doesn't from time to time she will, like if they get backed up, and she doesn't stand at the door and direct people. She's whoever's the person at the door that directs people, she's that person's boss. And she just has a nasty look on her face, and the way she talks to her employees is just very not nice. Yeah, I would never go and say I saw this on Pinterest. How is it? Because I'll see something on one of the social media outlets and I can't figure out how to do it, and I'll just like I'm gonna wing it. Like last night I had wanted to make chicken breast. I know this has nothing to do with arts and crafts, but you can be an artisan in the kitchen, right? And I wanted to have a crispier outside. Now it's boneless and skinless chicken. Don't ask me how I thought it was gonna be super crispy, but I want it to be crispy. So I made it, and it was like you can do this, this, and this. Make a tent with the foil. It was so juicy and succulent, right? Well, my family likes more of the harder, crispy food, so I should have got something with a bone in it, but I didn't. And so when I opened up the foil, I had taken the chicken and seasoned, and I put butter because it said rub with butter, but I think they use olive oil to give it like a crispier thing. And the one thing I shouldn't have done, I shouldn't have wrapped it up in the foil because it was cooking in its own juices, which I like a juicy chicken breast anyway. I just want it to be cooked all the way, right? And so it's like cooked for 25 minutes. I cooked that thing for 25 minutes and it was not cooked all the way. I was like, what, did I not read the instructions? So I had to go and open up the foil on the chicken, and then it came out. And everybody liked it except for the cook, of course. Um, but they liked it so much that it's no dinner left over. And I thought that we were going to have that for leftovers. Yeah, she had said something just, I don't know, just not nice. And I was like, in Hobby Lobby, you never know who's on the other aisle. Like it could be 5 people on one aisle. I missed a spot. Y'all didn't tell me I missed a spot. I just checked it too. And nobody on the other aisle. She had said something just, I was like, wow. So it's her and a guy, and he's really nice. Like, of course, it's always like that. One person's a big jerk, or they appear to be a jerk in public, and the other person's really nice. Like, he could be a world class butthead, and she could be really nice behind closed doors. But out in public, he's the real nice guy, and she's the butthead. So, you can take that however you like. Oh, wow. I where you live again, Marla? Because I am. It sounds like a lot of Texans, honestly, but hopefully it's not. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on here, and we're gonna try to make it a little bit easier for me to see. You can't have a paint and sip if you've never painted. Like, if you're the hostess of a paint and sip, that might not work. I'm sure you told her something very funny. Like you told that man that said, so you're gonna come ask me. I figured I figured as much. So yeah, I have a bunch of flowers that I have collected that I need to use. Uh, yeah, that sounds like a Texas situation, honestly. Yeah, Memphis. I mean, it's the South. But to be fair, I think it's a bunch of crazies all over the world, and it's proven every day you talk to someone or turn on the news. Like, who was it last week said? Right? Who said they worked at Arby's and they had no meat? Was that you, Heather? I think it was last week. Someone said they worked at Arby's and they ran out of meat. So I'm just applying this. Now, the one thing you got to be mindful of, yeah. um, oh yeah, each state does have their own crazies. So the paper is perfect. I cut the paper perfect. The cards off. So we're gonna have to be mindful of how much we put on here. Also, Marla, I went back through your book the other day because I was showing it all. Right? Exactly, Sherry, exactly. And that's what we were saying. She said, well, she's here, she can tell you stuff, but she said that the manager underestimated how much meat they would need. Because I think I had said that we had went to Olive Garden and the guy was like, we don't have no Coke. I'm like, how you don't have Coke? He was like, never mind. Because soda company, the sodas are not like they're going back and open up a can of soda and pouring it in the thing. They have a machine. They just mix water and the flavoring together. No. Yeah. When I went to visit in Georgia, we had went to I think I told y'all this before, Buffalo Wild Wings, and they had ran out of a specific kind of meat. It was a wing, whatever it was a wing that they didn't have. And like, it's called Buffalo Wild Wings. How do you not? I don't know. How do you not have meat at a meat place? You know, I can expect for McDonald's to say that their shake machine isn't working. But if I ask for a Big Mac and you don't have a Big Mac, it's a problem. Yeah. I don't know. Heather lives. Oh no, this one's off a little bit. That's okay. I put the tape too low. She lives in a little bit farther, so I'm not sure how many fast food restaurants are close by. That looks dirty now. I'll have to erase that when I find my eraser that used to be on my desk that, it grew legs and walked away. Yeah. I've always said I would never work in fast food because I don't want to deal with the customers. And I don't have a good attitude with people. When they get an attitude with me, I get an attitude back. So I wouldn't be a very good employee at a fast food restaurant because people always want something. You didn't give me enough fries. The fries are not this, whatever it is. I've never been one of those people. I have been that this is not my order, but I've never said you didn't give me enough of something. But I just feel like the people that work in those kinds of jobs are very patient people. And, you know, ooh, Hardee's. I loved old school Hardee's. When I lived in Virginia, I used to get the two-piece white, a chicken breast and a wing with a peach cobbler and a scoop of ice cream. The big roommate travels a lot. He's a truck driver. And he said, "You mean Carl's Jr.?" I was like, "No, I mean Hardee's." He's like, "It's the same now, and they don't sell chicken anymore." I was like, "How do they not sell chicken? Isn't Hardee's a chicken place?" He was like, "No, it's a burger joint." I was like, "Well, boo on that." I try my hardest to be extra nice to Annie because I don't want to take any of their germs home with me. That's all I'll say. Not saying that people do that, but I have heard stories. So now we're just going to work on our book. Just creasing this down some more. Yeah, I don't play when it comes to people and food stuff. I just find that it could be a bit you're not gonna do that to me. So yeah. I want to cut up a solid sheet of paper because I'll put this green in there. I try to be nice to everybody that services me though. Like if they're doing something for me, I don't want I don't know. Because they have a hard enough job as it is. People that, especially older people, if you go to the store and you see someone in their 50s or 60s, their lifelong dream was not to work at the fast food restaurant. Oh, no, that's right, 7. I still went over. Because you used to do it, Heather. Oh, my goodness. And now she's in law. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Because huh? Wow. Um, so, yeah, I try not to be mean to anyone. Um, but at the same time, I still want you to do your job. Like, you're not going to get a tip from me not refilling my drink, especially if it's a sit down restaurant and I go to it and you're not doing what you need to do. I don't. I still need to be appropriately treated and serviced. Um, but I like to, I try not to harass people. And I always start off by saying I'm not a bad person. But I like if I go and I'm hungry, I'm like I'm very hungry. I let them know, and I like a lot of water. So most of the time, we get along fine. And if you can't tell, I like to crack a lot of jokes. So we tend to crack jokes on each other, whoever I'm eating with, and I tend to include the person in that mix. I think I want to use this paper know. Can we use this paper? I think we could. Because this is an old school camera and we have cameras in our cut apart. You know, I was watching, I'm not sure if you all are subscribed or watch. This was not what I meant to do with that paper at all, but that's okay. Everybody that I'm in a collaboration with on the jewelry spot, but I mean in a jewelry making fun collaboration, but her channel is the jewelry spot, and she was talking about how she enjoys hanging out when we come in her chat and chit chat, and I find that that is so true. You know what? I don't doubt it. It's really rough. I've seen people that old. I didn't share this story with y'all, but one of the ladies at the Chick-fil-A that I used to go to Chick-fil-A like 2020 and 2021. I was at Chick-fil-A. I should have bought stock how much I ate there. Um, yeah, I'm usually very nice. I'm crazy. I'm like, hi, how you doing? Can you blah, 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 blah. And the people are like, yeah, sure, it's over there. But then you'll get people. I had asked someone a question, uh, and I'm gonna clean this track out again. It was like you didn't see it over there, and I was on the phone, and the person was like, "Oh, they got rude." I said, "I didn't take it that I asked a dumb question." You know, sometimes if you ask a dumb question, you set yourself up for a dumb response. Because it was at what's the name of that place? What's the name of that place? Dollar General. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, everybody's still working, especially with the money dwindling away, stuff going up high. I was gonna say one of the ladies that worked at the Chick-fil-A, she passed away, and I know that she probably was in her. She had to be at least 60 something. She was very nice, always smiling and things like that. Well, she may not have been in her 60s, so she looked like she was in her 60s. And I'm not trying to be funny about that, but she looked like an older lady. But sometimes, things don't work out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we need 10 sheets of paper. One of the kids' dads passed away on Thanksgiving. He was in a accident, a head-on collision, I believe. And so, he was the head of the household, but he had kids, mom, and I think maybe a father-in-law, a mother-in-law was living with them. So somebody is going to have to go back to work and work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 2 more. I'm just gonna pull out another sheet of paper and cut it. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I have a friend. Her husband is older, in his 70s, and he still works. Um, some people feel like if they stop moving or stop working, it's gonna be their demise. So that could be it too. Bad plans. My uncle's older. He's in his 60s, 63 now. And he still, he works at an apartment complex. He's the maintenance person there. And whenever he calls me, I'm always concerned that, something has happened to him. Because he's older and he's in the heat. And then, he's having these medical issues lately. And I'm just like, okay. Like, he'll call me. He's like, I just want to let you know I'm going to the doctor for this, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. And then, what am I supposed to do? as the child in a relationship, even though I'm a grown woman, I have to just listen to them, which can be troubling. Because I want to say, if you had listened 20 years ago, you wouldn't be in this situation. Sometimes hard living will set you up for failure in your 40s and 50s and 60s. Because when you're 18 to 25, you don't think about the hardship that you're going to go through as an adult. Because when you're young, you have no true sense of responsibility. But when you get older, this is so plain. We're going to use it. I'm going to use this side though, because yeah, I cut it wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's one of the reasons why I try to be very productive in my life, is because I grew up seeing so much crazy chaos. We're going to put this on the back and this on the front. So we got this. And now I think this will go on the first page. Yep. And this one. Confused. Dots. All right. Right now. Uh-oh. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. Even when you do good, sometimes bad stuff happens. I have a friend who, she was set for life. Somebody in her life did bad, and now she's no longer set for life. So, and then you have people that, you know, um, if you were in high school and you were trying to do good in school, maybe you want to be the valedictorian or whatever, and you didn't realize that ninth grade counted. Chick-fil-A is yummy. I don't eat there that much anymore, but my son loves it because they have fruit. And so we'll go get fruit for him from time to time. I haven't been eating a lot of Chick-fil-A. I usually get sick from there now. I think I just built up in some type of I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people, yeah, will say that. You know, even the commercial, a body in motion stays in motion. That's true, because I haven't been in motion in a while, and my body is like, we walking today? You sure you want to do this? Because tomorrow I'm gonna make you lay down for half the day. So I had recently attempted to get back into exercising. So I've been walking a little bit more, I only rode the bike once. I've been doing some sit-ups and stuff like that. But if I'm in pain the next day, it takes. Yeah, right. You don't realize ninth grade counts. So when you get to be in the 11th grade and everybody's talking about colleges and stuff, and I don't know, you were out there being bad as a ninth grader, you're like, oh, all those D's and C's, my GPA is 2. I need a 3 to graduate. So you become the honor student in 12th grade. Yeah. I Chick-fil-A is good. Joann's though, I would probably go to Joann over Chick-fil-A. Um, one time my husband had got gave me some money to go get a manicure and a pedicure, and I bought yarn with it. He's like, you can't eat that yarn. Like now, he always said, go eat the paper or go eat the yarn. Like I'm like, I'm hungry. He's like, you got plenty of paper. Go eat some of that paper. Like, listen, you don't want to mess with a hungry woman. You know what happens when you're hungry and somebody try to crack jokes? It's not a pretty situation. But I do want to go to Joann. I am gonna go to Joann Fabric today. Oh no 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 no! Y'all gotta remind me because my mind don't work on ribbon. Goodness. I really think that this 3-in-1 glue is Fabric Tac with a different name. It's by the same company, so I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I like Chick-fil-A. I didn't know I was going to be that addicted to it. But I started eating when I was with child. It was a healthier option for me when I didn't feel like cooking because I would work long hours. I would go there and get the salads that they had and things like that over some of the other unhealthy choices. Now, what am I doing? Okay. I see. I feel like Joann's is getting the short end of the stick because of Chick-fil-A or vice versa. I really want to go to Joann Fabric today, but I'm starting to feel like I want to go take a nap. So we'll see. I don't even know why I want to go to Joann Fabric today, but I'm gonna go. It's like Sinead O'Connor, been around the world and I don't know where you are, but I'm gonna find you. That's exactly how I feel about my traveling to Joann Fabric today. I'm gonna go. Doesn't mean I'm gonna buy anything, but I'm gonna go. Oh, it's expensive. It's expensive. Anything about a master's program too? Ooh, it's expensive. You know what's so funny? Some people are arguing that in-class classes are not as effective as online classes. And some people are arguing that online classes are better than in-class classes, right? Like in-person classes. And I think going to a building and learning is always better than doing individual learning, even if you're doing it on a computer. Because something about that the brain, uh, it just helps you learn stuff. Y'all don't go to Chick-fil-A and get them cards for free craft stuff though, huh? That's nice of them. Chick-fil-A is so awesome. I guess they vibe with y'all because y'all have some of the same no work on Sunday policies, right? Spend time with the family. Um, no, no, no. People are arguing that it's not the same. I mean, some people are saying online classes are better than in-class classes. You learn the same way or whatever. This is one of the college papers I had did when I was in school learning. And then other people are saying I in-class classes are better. Ooh. I'm not saying no prayers. I'm just gonna be like, listen. Oh my goodness. The most embarrassing thing happened to me yesterday. It was early in the morning. And so my level of embarrassment is different in the morning times than afternoon. In the afternoon, I've lived a lifetime, right? I go to Walmart, get some groceries, and my credit card, my bank card is not a credit card, does not work. It doesn't work, right? So I am upset about that. The and this is where cashiers be like, you broke, get out my line, right? So I scanned my card again. It's like card defect. I was like, well, what's wrong with it? Why is it not working? I had shoved the card up the opposite way it was supposed to go. Purely operating error. I said, you know what? And so I was just like, I'll just use the other card, the joint account card versus the card I was using. And it's like 4 or 5 people behind us because there's only one cashier open at Walmart. And I'm like, is this really going on right now? I was so upset. I was like, oh. No, I think she was saying that she didn't enjoy the online experience with her kids. When I said it's a debate right now that says some people are saying online versus in person is not a big deal. Some people are saying that online is better, and some people are saying in class is better. So I think she's saying who's saying that because her kids didn't have a good experience. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm not saying your granddaughter fiddled away or didn't apply for scholarships or whatever, but ninth grade count. And I think that's where I'm at with my son. Like he's in kindergarten, so we always say kindergarten isn't that important. But my son is in a school that they make them read already and do math problems and all this other nonsense. I don't remember my kindergarten being like that. We colored and we um, did a bunch of other nonsense, finger paints and all that crap. I mean, it could have been a little bit more, but I don't think it was. Whereas his class is a little bit different, and so I'm like, what in the world is going on? I'm not a motivated self nothing, and I'm not a motivated in class person. I usually go in the classroom and sit closest to the door and run out when the bell rings or when the professor says, okay, break time, etc., etc. I'm not very studious. That's another reason why I'm scared to go back to collage. But we're going to do it. We're going to prove that we can. So I want to get a job, y'all, working from home. So, yeah. But I want a degree. Ah, freak. I don't know. Are y'all watching me behave poorly right now? Oh yeah, ordering online. I never know what to go. I don't know who to go to online to buy stuff. Like I need to go make an Amazon purchase for like one thing because they have a better deal. But that's it. Like I don't get all these great craft deals that people come on and they say, "Hey, look, I got this from Amazon. They had them for 2 cents a piece. It was a lightning deal, and I took all of them." I never get that. Okay. Here, start the right side. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. We are foamers. Pump, 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 pump. So what do y'all be buying online? All right. I thought we'd have enough time to get two. I've actually overran some of the time talking and making birthday cards. I had a great time with y'all though. We're gonna go ahead and finish this book up, and we'll be doing this on Friday. You know what? I love that. She said, I want to be a lady of leisure. You know what, ma'am? I accept that. Because if you was to mess up on your sewing, I'd be like, I don't know. A lady of leisure. I love it. I just want to be a lady that's happy. I don't think that's the same thing as a lady of leisure. I don't even know. Well, you know what? I have a coupon from Joann Fabric. They've stalked me out and they sent me a coupon for 20% off my total purchase, or 25, something like that, a birthday coupon. So I think I might go there and do. When you guys have your birthdays, do you say this is my birthday week, my birthday month, my birthday what? What's embarrassing, Sherry? Oh, when you drop a stitch or you make a mistake on something? Is that what you're talking about? All right, so we look at that. I love it. It's a little bit off, but that's okay. So am I. No, 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 no. I never use ribbon that often, so no one distracted me. I have to find someone to blame since I don't want to take the blame myself, right? That's all. Ooh, every day I'm hustling. Okay, let's see. That's it. I mean, I'm not. Uh oh, are you a Taurus? I'm a Taurus. We're gonna use these. I'm gonna cut these apart. I promise. I'm gonna have something prefabricated. I'm gonna cut these apart off stream, off camera. But I wanted to see. I did this already. I probably shouldn't have did that, but we're gonna do that. I think. What, praying to something happens? Yeah, my birthday's in a couple of days actually. Yeah, happy birthday, Annie. I hope you have a wonderful one. I plan on turning this mother out for my birthday. Don't ask me what I'm gonna do because I don't know yet. We're gonna make some tags out of this. I have a die. I think this would be really cute to make some tags. We're gonna do some tags. And let's see. Tags, these stickers. I got work to do, darlings. I want to put this on the side, but I'm thinking we probably need just a plain, like this sheet of paper or nothing. I don't know yet. We'll see. So anyway, this is our book. We did a book. We always do books, don't we? I am glad I have such a lovely collective group of women in my life. I learned so much from y'all. More so how to be crazy than anything. And I love that. All right. So we're going to make this big bow. You gotta pull that paper out. I don't know who's gonna tell you if you missed a thing or not. I'm probably gonna have to singe those ends. That's a big bow. We might have to cut that down some. But this is what we made so far. I don't know what we're gonna do on this side yet. Something weird, I think. I want to try something a little bit different. So maybe some stenciling. I don't know yet. We'll see. But we made this book today. We're going to finish that on Friday. Unless y'all have something else you want to see. Got some cards going on. This one's blank on the inside. Blank on the inside. The more I look at it, the more I like it. It's just a plain little card. Those are glued down, so they're not going anywhere until you pop off that glue. And this one I know is a little bit off with the balloons underneath there, but that's okay. It says make a wish. And make a wish. Thank you, Heather. Well, I'm gonna give one of these away whenever we finish it. So it'd be this one, either the other one that we work on Friday. Do y'all have any questions, comments, concerns? Oh, by the ways. Alrighty then. Samara has told us it's time to get a move on, little doggy. I do want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you had a great time. If not, at least a few laughs. And until next time, happy crafting.